Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tug Valley High School, where tonight a regional champion will be crowned here between the Tug Valley Panthers and Wirt County Tigers. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt here with you this evening, as these are the number 2 and 3 seeds in this Region 4, Coach Evans, and they are looking to try and get into the state tournament. Tug Valley is for the 14th time in school history here tonight. On the other side of the bracket, Gilmer County taking on another opponent here tonight, trying to get into the state tournament as well. But these are two very accomplished clubs going at it this evening.
Absolutely. You know, Tug Valley coming off a runner-up from last season, brings back a lot of players from that team last year. So I think they're wired up and ready to go tonight.
I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of SSAC readers. They've given us a book to go through, so let's go ahead and get a few of these started here this evening. Again, Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official sponsor of the WVSSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Visit us, buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. It is also sponsored tonight by Metro News for the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year. Follow Joe Percato and Greg Carey's Daily Post at wvmetronews.com. And this broadcast also brought to you in part by Chocolate Milk. Greatness is built with chocolate milk, the official beverage of the WVSSAC, the American Dairy Association. Mid-East reminds you low-fat chocolate milk has the right mix of fluids, carbs, and protein to rehydrate and refuel muscles. Visit drink-milk.com. We'd also like to thank the West Virginia National Guard for being a sponsor tonight. Get help with your college tuition from the West Virginia Army National Guard. For more information, go to nationalguard.com. Also like to thank the health plan here this evening. It's good to have options when choosing health coverage for yourself, for your family, or for your employees, and you've got options with the health plan. The health plan, plan on it. Learn more at healthplan.org. And also here this evening, we'd like to thank WVUM Thomas Hospitals. When it comes to your family's health, trust WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. From routine checkups to advanced surgical procedures, world-class care is available close to home. Well, again, we're about 4 minutes away from tip-off here in Tug Valley, West Virginia. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching the Region 4 Co-Championship right here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, here to Tug Valley High School. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt here with you, Bradley Dameron as well, as we are getting set for the tip-off between the Lady Panthers and the Lady Tigers to see who moves on to the state tournament next week. So let's listen in to the pregame introductions and festivities.
At this time, we ask everyone to please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag flying over half court as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem. The national anthem will be performed this evening by Emily Collins, a sophomore at Tug Valley High School.
That's a great way to get started here this evening, as Tug Valley and Wirt County set to be introduced here tonight. Again, Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans with you. And Coach Evans, again, you work with Lenore Middle School, host a lot over there with the boys and girls teams, been able to take over this year. And you've been around a lot of these kids from Tug Valley over the years, helping bring them up. I said, is there anything especially significant you're looking for tonight out of these girls for Tug Valley?
Yeah, like you said, I got a lot of memories with a lot of these girls. It's kind of crazy. I was talking to Coach Hooten earlier. It's kind of crazy to think that some of these girls are seniors this year, but I look for Haven Deskins, Bailey Hall, both to have big games. You know, so regardless win or lose, this is your last game at Tug Valley High School, so I look for them to make the most of that.
And it really is an interesting feeling knowing that this is your last game on this floor after you've been here for so many years, and this is what you practice for, this is what you put all the time in for, a chance to get to the Charleston Civic Center. And now the introduction's underway, so let's listen in.
A sophomore, number 2, Brian Dawson. A sophomore, number 4, Kinsley Nicholas. And a junior, number 10, Peyton McCown. The Lady Tigers are coached by Jeremy Kirby, assisted by Emma Ryer and Phoebe Hayes.
Here are the introductions for the Lady Tigers. Now the Lady Panthers set to get introduced here this evening.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard. The number 2 seed Tug Valley Lady Panthers. A 5'4" freshman starting at guard, number 31, Gracie Hine. A 5'10" sophomore starting at forward, number 3, Katie Hall. A 5'4" junior starting at guard, number 21, Kylie DeBoard. A 5'10" senior starting at forward, number 00, Bailey Hall. And a 5'6" senior starting at guard, number 13, Haven Deskins. The Lady Panthers are coached by Seth Newton, assisted by Krista Hall, Whitney Newton, and Michaela May.
And, Coach, this is an interesting dynamic. You've got a very veteran Tug Valley club that was state runner-up last year, state champions in 2021, against a very young Wirt County club, as you heard in the introductions. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores in this lineup for Wirt County. Sometimes that inexperience, though, can be a blessing for you because sometimes you don't really feel the stage that you're on is that big.
Yeah, if you can't feel the pressure, it can't really affect you down the stretch.
Well, here we go tonight as we're ready to go this evening on D&D Sports for a chance to go to Charleston as the road to Charleston winds down here for the girls this evening. And immediately a steal right out of the gate coming up the left side, and an easy layup will fall and get Tug Valley on the board first is Kylie Laborde. Now trapping the backcourt as this is a very intense Tug Valley defense. They average 15.8 steals per game. A nice attack by Wirt inside, and a foul going to be called as it'll send them to the free throw line. It'll be Peyton McCown to shoot the free throws.
Seen DeBoer getting after defensively that first play. She's actually a kid in middle school. She played her ball at Winston, so she was always a kid we was going up against, but that's always kind of been her style of play.
It's the board off on the first. And yeah, that's one of the tough things, I guess, around Mingo County area as well. Again, you've got to not just scout the school you're coaching at, but also several others if you're going to get the talent you need here at Tug Valley and other places.
Gracie Hines, another player on the floor right now. She come from Birch Middle School, so a little mix of all our area middle schools on the floor right now.
It is. It's wonderful to see when you see all this talent come together like this, as Hines almost took off for the pass. Again, she's just a freshman. She got her first start the other night in that first round, went over Calhoun County and had a huge game. With that three off the mark from the board and taken by Wirt. Into the front court, Dawson. She'll get it back on the left wing. She'll spot up, three on the way, and she'll bury it. Dawson averages 16.2 points per game for Wirt County. 5 rebounds and 4.1 steals per game, so she's a big contributor on this club for the Lady Tigers. As a foul on the inside.
Wirt County starting off in this extended 1-2-2, giving Tug Valley a little bit of trouble early.
Yeah, like I said, you're going to see both these clubs. They like to run, they like to get up and down, they like to cause pressure. And again, there's a tip pass by Dawson, able to retrieve it on the near side. Is Hines. She'll kick it over left side. Three on the way, halfway down, halfway out, and halfway back in again for Deskins.
Wirt County better be careful. You let Deskins get going early from deep, you're in for a long night.
Now a steal right underneath, layup up for Deskins, and she's got 5 right in a row now for the Lady Panthers. And Deskins averages 13.5 points per game. She had 7 points and 6 rebounds against Calhoun County. 7-3 here over left side, trying to find an opening. Nice little drive by Casanelli. She'll kick it out now as Nicholas gives it back over right side, and Dawson will reset. Dawson will get it back towards the top of the key, looking inside. A little bit of a zone look here by the Lady Panthers, and now a trip and a blocking foul going to be called against Tug Valley. Looks like they're going to get Katie Hall on that foul. That'll be the second team foul against Tug Valley, just 2 minutes into this first quarter. Out to the top of the key, good straight on look for Nicholas. Can't get it to fall as it rims off, and rebound taken away by Bailey Hall. So push up the right side, looking as Deskins. She'll skip it cross court. 3 on the way for Hine. That one's short. Rebound underneath, taken away by Tug Valley, but blocked at the rim is Hall. As Wirt comes away with it, bodies crash underneath. 4 on 4 the other way. Pulling up into the corner now. Trying to reset is Nicholas. She'll get it out front for Dawson. Again, trying to get Tug Valley to chase in this zone, and that's going to be the 3rd foul against this zone. And normally, Coach, zone defense kind of helps you protect against fouls, but Tug Valley's picked up 3 already.
And that's 2 quick ones on Katie Hall, and you see her head to the bench. Caitlin Richardson going to check in now for the Panthers.
Quick foul trouble here for Katie Hall with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Get it over far side. Dawson skips it. 3 on the way from the left wing. This one off the back iron. As Casanelli couldn't get it, but offensive rebound by Wirt County. Driving in, high floater going to be off the back iron for Dawson and taken by the Panthers. Into the front court, the board drives in hard up the right side, puts it up, that one off to the side, rebound fought for and kind of flung at the rim by Hall, and now torn away underneath by McCown. Strong rebound by McCown. Again, she averages 6.8 rebounds per game. And now another whistle against Tug Valley, and that's going to be another foul.
Foul whistle on the Lady Panthers, number 14, Caitlin Richardson.
That one's going to be on Richardson, who just checked in for Hall.
Line for the Lady Tigers, number 10, Peyton McCown, shooting 2 shots.
And this area is going to be big for Wirt County tonight, Coach. Again, they get to the free throw line, they've got to be able to convert these free throws. And instead, they're 0 for 3 right now.
Tug Valley definitely is going to have to settle down and stop trying to play defense with their hands and begin to move their feet and definitely, be ready to rebound at the end of defensive possessions.
An offensive board off the miss, now inside, and this time McCown, after missing all 4 free throws, able to put that in, and a quick 30-second timeout here for the Lady Tigers as they trail at 7-5 here with just about 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Well, that'll give us a second to thank some of our sponsors from the WVSSAC and the West Virginia National Guard, the Health Plan, WVUM, Thomas Hospitals. Mentioned them earlier. I'd like to thank Field Turf. Field Turf is the most trusted choice for athletic fields in West Virginia. Field Turf is a proud partner of the WVSSAC. We'd also like to thank Chick-fil-A tonight. Chick-fil-A and its 18 West Virginia owner-operators salute the more than 86,000 boys and girls that participate in scholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes that participation in high school sports helps to develop leadership and teamwork skills that prepare each participant for life. The same values that Chick-fil-A in your community shares. Now back to action here. 2-point lead for Tug Valley. Again, 14 fouls against the Lady Panthers, 1 against Wirt thus far. As the board drives in high. Archer gets it to bank home. Great touch by the board.
Tough finish by the board there.
It is just to have that touch to get it high off the glass like that. Again, most players will throw that a million miles an hour off the backboard. And she showed some featherly touch that time. So the near side, Wirt County trying to set up. They get it to Dawson now, top of the key. She'll swing it over far side for Casanelli. Now back near side. Trying to spot up here was Hall. Now they'll get it back out to Dawson. Good recovery by Tug Valley that time.
Tug Valley crowd starting to get into this game here.
As I would say, Coach, you can hear some of the clapping and cheering for this strong defensive effort right now as Hine got hip check there. Now drive inside. Tough floater won't fall, but rebounded by McCown. She can't put it in, and we get a whistle and an offensive foul going to go against Wirt.
Foul whistle on the Lady Tigers, number 10, Peyton McCown.
Tug Valley's going to have to learn that when a shot goes up, you got to find the body first instead of turning around and looking straight at the rim.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be number 2 now against Peyton McCown, so she's got 2 fouls as well. So some key starters already in foul trouble on both sides. It's back out front, spot up 3 on the way for the board. That one off the heel of the rim. Rebound taken down. McCown rips it away and then had a little bit of an elbow at the end of that. So they call it jump ball, and it'll stay with Tug Valley. Maybe a good substitution there, getting Hatcher in.
Tug Valley fortunate there to get a jump ball call. You got to be smart right there, and especially when you know your team has 14 fouls at the moment.
I agree with you there, Coach. Like I said, it's just smart basketball, trying to protect yourself, not let Wirt get into the penalty here near the end of the first. It's top of the key. The board buries a 3 straight on.
Her jump shot has come so far in just a couple years she's been here at Tug Valley.
She's got 7 points here in the first quarter. She had 5 points and 4 steals against Calhoun the other night as that 3 off by Casanelli. Now a run out opportunity up ahead to Hine. She'll race up ahead and lays it in on the right side.
Nice looking transition by Deskins there.
Boy, Hine had a massive game the other night, 23 points and 3 steals in her first start. Now another turnover as things starting to unravel here for Wirt County in the first quarter. Back out front, the board swings it into the corner. Thinking about it for a second, but Deskins will get it back out, and that one going to be too tall and out of bounds. And This is the key for Wirt County. They've got to stop the bleeding fast in this game. They can't afford for a double-digit run to be taken on them, or else this Tug Valley team will bury you in a hurry. Into the corner, open three, and this one knocked down. Big shot early by Casanelli. And again, there is no too early in games like this, is there, Coach? You need it now and in every possession if you can get it.
You'll take a bucket at any time.
That does stop the run for now for the Panthers. That three closes the gap to 6 now as we're down to a minute 50 here in the first quarter. Baseline jumper, that one too strong by Richardson, and a foul on Tug Valley.
And I think this is going to send Wirt County to the line, right?
Yeah, that is the 15th foul now, and it will be a 2-shot foul as they get that one on Bailey Hall.
Bailey Hall with 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
I tell you, it's just piling up in a hurry here on both ends. And it's the one thing you don't want to see in games like this. Again, these have been fouls so far, so the officiating crew's been on top of it. But you don't want to see some of the better players on the bench in games like this, and hopefully they'll be able to stay out there and play to try and get to Charleston in a situation like this.
Yeah, of course, all good fouls called legitimate calls, but in games like this, I like to see the referees kind of let your forwards and centers kind of beat and bang and battle a little bit.
Simone Hall misses on the first. Again, Wirt County now 0 for 6 from the free throw line. They've missed all 6 here in the first quarter as they trail by 6. Now up ahead, looking is Katie Hall. She'll kick it out front, swings it over left side, 3 up. This one too strong from Deskins. As long rebound will carry him out to Nicholas. Now Wirt County has been able to stymie the momentum for now. Can they cut into this lead a little bit as we head down to the final stages of the first quarter? Nice entry pass that time, able to find an open man as Hall, though, couldn't put it in. Here come the Lady Panthers back the other way. Hind had an opening, now he dishes down low. Nice take to the left side.
Hall there.
That was excellent footwork by Katie Hall. And she'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. First trip to the line tonight for Tug Valley.
Simone Hall, that's her first personal team foul, number 3 at the line for the Lady Panthers. Number 3, Katie Hall, shooting 2 shots.
Yeah, that little drop step right there, that's one of those key moves you love teaching some of the big men and big women on teams and your forwards and centers. I said, because if you can perfect that, you can accomplish a lot on the low block.
Katie Hall's always been a kid. She's stuck between a guard and a forward, and I always like to use her as a point forward, man. She's very skilled.
And she actually turned her ankle a little bit the other night against Calhoun County. They took her out of the game and held her out. She only had 3 points in that win, but Coach Uden said he wanted to be careful with her. Now after another steal inside the board, no good. There's rebound taken by Wirt County. Again, they're just trying to get to the end of this period right now. They trail it by 8. Dawson into the corner. Casanelli 3 off the back iron. Rebound taken away by Tug. There's good box out there by Richardson. They'll get it up ahead left side. Good take, but blocked at the rim as Hine got inside, and they'll say last touch by the Lady Tigers. Now 37.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We'll see if Tug Valley attacks quick or tries to hold for 1. The board will get it back into the corner, a little fake. Now top of the key to board, she'll take the 3. This one online, but too strong. So it'll come out long on the rebound. Here comes Nicholas. She'll drive in hard right side, puts it up, but can't get it to go. So missed opportunity there for Wirt County. It's back the other way, stop, pop 3. That one too strong from Deskins, taken back as both teams going quick here at the end of the first quarter. We're down to 10 seconds as Dawson pull-up shot. That one well off the mark. Tug Valley might get another chance. This one tipped, though. Taken now, up ahead.
Pass.
Down to 1, and we're going to run out of time here in the first quarter. A frantic last 37 seconds to close out the opening 8 minutes. And Tug Valley leads Wirt 16-8 at the end of 1. You're watching the Region 4 co-finals with us here on the D&D Sports Network.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised, baby.
float, hop, spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Because they got by with a couple.
Welcome back, everybody, here on the D&D Sports Network. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt with you. And again, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors tonight. And Go-Mart. Go-Mart, founded in West Virginia and proud to support its schools, athletes, and communities, supporting the state high school championships. Go-Mart celebrates the spirit that brings us together. Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart. Casanelli, 3 in the corner, won't fall, taken away by Tug. Again, Tug Valley had foul trouble in the opening quarter, but caused a lot of turnovers to help open up this lead, and now a baseline jumper will go for Richardson.
Injured Panther down here on the far side corner.
And again, I saw or heard the whistle, but I wasn't sure for what. And let's see, is that Hind? Yeah, that's Hind that's down over in the corner, and she looks really banged up, but she's trying to put some weight on her foot. I don't know if that's her left foot or which one, but she got hurt over in the left corner.
She was grabbing her left ankle. I didn't see the play. I was actually looking at the ball on the rebound, but ball as well with Gracie Hind.
60-second timeout.
So we'll come back here in just a moment, and we'll see if we can get any news on Hind's injury as you're watching the Region 4 Co-Championship on the D&D Sports Network.
Hi, this is Smokey Armstrong at United Motorsports in Logan. From the top of the ridge at Sunset to powering through the mud, adventure starts here. Stop by today and check out the great deals on new side-by-sides from CF Moto, Honda, and Yamaha, like bonus bucks up to $2,000. We've also got an awesome selection of ATVs and motorcycles from Honda, Yamaha, and SSR Motorsports. From new to pre-owned, parts, service, financing, we've got you covered. United Motorsports in Logan.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
Back to action here, early stages of the second quarter. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, and J.J. Pruitt here this evening for this Region 4 Co-Championship as Tug Valley leads it by 10 right now, and almost a steal, but now blocking foul going to be called on Tug.
Tug Valley went to a 1-3-1 there. That's the first time they've pulled that look out tonight.
So again, good job by Coach Uten. He's showing different looks, likes to show different looks.
Back to a 1-2-2 now.
That'll be the first foul on the board here on the evening. Again, 2 Tug Valley starters with 2 fouls already. It's Casanelli. She's been getting wide open in that corner, Coach, and they're feeding her. That's the second one she's knocked down. That is now the third 3 of the game for Wirt County as they trail it by 7 to board. Tough take inside as she crashes down.
Nice board by Bailey Hall.
Oh, nice putback. Like you said, Hall, strong board, and she had 12 points and 13 rebounds against Calhoun County. She leads the team with 14.4 rebounds on the season.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. That's the best aspect of Bailey Hall's game has always been rebounding the basketball.
And she went over 1,000 points for her career earlier this season against Tulsa. So she's pretty much done it all here this season for Tug Valley. She's out front the board, trying to create some space over along the left side as she puts Richardson down in the corner. Now she'll feed it to her. Richardson had it knocked away. The board able to get it back. She's able to curl inside, lobs it in, but it's going to go off the hands of Katie Hall and out of bounds.
Checking in for Wirt County, number 34, Riley Hall.
So they said Riley Hall into the game for the Lady Tigers. Dawson across the timeline. Again, she hasn't had many looks since the first 3 she knocked down of the evening. Driving is Hatcher. She's cut off. They will feed it in. Simone Hall tries to wrap around pass to find Casanelli. Now to Hatcher. Spots up. Clean look for 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound fought for in the corner. Nice save along that side by Hall, but it goes to Tug.
One thing Wirt County is going to do is shoot an open three-point shot. It's going up every time.
Yeah, I think that's part of the game plan here tonight. And again, they've knocked down 3, but they've had some good looks they just haven't been able to convert on. Hall with a strong rebound inside. Now we got a whistle and a tie-up going to be called. And it, they say, stays here with Tug Valley.
Tug Valley faithful didn't like that call, but that was a good call by the official there.
And again, this is a good crew on hand here tonight for this Region 4 co-championship. As the board inside, a lot of contact, but they call a whistle and a walk against the board as Riley Hall stood her ground. A rare turnover for Tug Valley here in this first half. Dawson
Looks like Tug Valley's going to extend the pressure here a little bit again.
And they pick her up, Dawson that is, right at mid-court. Over to Casanelli, again trying to trap out of this as Casanelli had it tipped away by the board, and it'll stay with the Lady Tigers. It'll be inbounded along the near side here by Dawson. And again, tomorrow we're going to get some of the boys' first round action in their region tournaments. Again, Chapmanville will be down there with them in Lincoln County. I know Tug Valley gets started here tomorrow as well. And then Logan on Friday against Scott. So we got a lot of great matchups coming up the rest of this week on D&D Sports.
Best time of the year.
Absolutely. Again, win or go home. And right now, these two fighting to see who's going to be one of the last 8 remaining in Charleston next week. As the board steals the pass from Hatcher. Here she comes up the right side. Charges in, gets in, but can't control it all the way to the rim as rebound taken away by Hall. Wirt County hanging around at the moment. Again, only trailing by 9. They get it inside. Nice grab by Hall. Goes up, but Simone can't hit it. Rebound fought for and torn out of there by Hall. Again, Bailey Hall, another strong rebound. The board will walk it across the timeline here with 4:14 left in the first half. On the near side, thinking about it now, will take the 3 is Deskins, but that one well off to the left. It's Casanelli into the front court. Gets it back, she'll pop the 3 from the right wing. This one off the rim, too short, and Hall with the rebound. So neither team's really been able to get control of this second quarter so far. Tug Valley led it by 8 entering the quarter. They lead it by 9 currently. Into the corner now, another 3 opportunity, and this one knocked down by Katie Hall.
Like I mentioned earlier, Katie Hall, she does everything. You know, she can kind of do whatever you ask of her. She can play underneath, beat and bang battle, or she can step out, hit a jump shot. Very skilled player.
And she averages 9.1 points per game and 9.5 rebounds a game as that 3 from Dawson off the mark. And now she commits the foul in the backcourt as well.
Foul whistle on the Lady Tigers, number 2, Bregan Dawson. That's her.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a frustration reach in right there after that miss. Casanelli will check out. Nicholas back into the lineup.
I do think, you know, the game plan for Wirt County is try to, you know, shoot all the open 3s that you can, but at some point, if you're not converting, you got to put the ball on the floor and try to get something easy going towards the rim.
Oh, and now we get a whistle and a
legal screen.
Yeah. I was going to say, it looked like an offensive foul of some sort from the reaction of Charlie Short.
It's good to see Gracie Hine back out of the locker room for the Panthers. She's going to come back into the ball game.
Call that foul on Katie Hall, and that's going to be the 3rd on her now. Hall had just knocked down the 3 a moment ago, now has 3 fouls with 3 minutes left in the half.
We'll keep an eye on Gracie Hine here. She's still kind of favoring that ankle, I believe, but hopefully she's good enough to go.
Yeah, again, while she's able to get back out here, what toughness shown by her. As Hall gets blocked, then Tug Valley fans want to walk. They don't get it. Hatcher dumps it down low for Hall. Turnaround not there. DeBoard with the rebound. Long up ahead for Hind. How much strength does she have in that ankle? And now Hatcher with a great recovery block, but they're going to get a foul instead.
The instant impact coming back into the game, but you can see even on that landing there, she's kind of wincing with that injury.
And I'll tell you, games like this, it's just hard to keep competitors out of it who really want it and really want to be in there. And Hind, after getting that taste of a first start the other night, has had a solid game here tonight so far. It's her third point now.
Hind coming from Birch Middle, freshman year, and she wasn't one of mine, but I can promise you one thing: she does not want to lose. You can play her tic-tac-toe; she does not want to lose.
Yeah, those are the kids you absolutely love right there. Hind able to hit both free throws. 25-11. The lead is starting to swell now here in the last 2 minutes for Tug Valley. Wirt County desperately needs a bucket here in a hurry, but Hind knocks that away out of bounds. Again, these two teams right there with each other, points per game average. Again, Tug Valley averages 57.6 per game. Wirt 50.6. But here in the first half, they've been shut down, and now a nice take off the left side that time, and able to put it in as Nicholas.
Tug Valley got by with one on the inbound there. Richardson didn't come anywhere close to getting all the way out of bounds.
Hind, tough take, can't get it. Rebound underneath. Hall tries to go back up, but can't convert, and now here comes Wirt. Hatcher tries to cut inside, able to get by, goes with the left hand, and she'll be fouled at the rim, and she'll go to the line.
Tug Valley basketball, boys or girls, they like a high pace, they like to play hard, but at some point, especially in, win or go home games, you got to be a little bit conservative and play a little bit smarter. I think Deskins could have, just settled with kind of walling up there and not trying to, make the home run play on the block.
Yeah, again, it's hard not to in these situations. Again, the adrenaline's pumping so much, but I'm like you, Coach. Again, discipline is one of the biggest things in games like these with so much on the line. Hatcher able to hit both free throws. After starting 0 for 6, Wirt able to hit those two to cut the lead down to 10. Now here's Hind on the left wing.
Little overload set here for Tug Valley.
And trying to get it inside, but that one missed. It was a good setup, but unable to convert was Richardson. Now here comes Dawson as Wirt trying to get it back into single digits here with 90 seconds left in the half. Nice pass out front, finding Hatcher over to Hall on the left side. Hall, good entry pass that time, able to find an open man, and Simone Hall gets her first two.
Good job by Wirt County. Like I mentioned earlier, at some point when the three-point baskets aren't falling, you got to get something easy around the basket, and they've been able to do that back-to-back possessions.
And it's now a 6-0 run for the Lady Tigers. Ever since that lead swelled to 14. Hind goes inside to Bailey Hall. Under a minute to go now in the half, and a whistle and a travel will give it back to Wirt. And again, those last couple of minutes of a quarter always loom large, as it looked like Tug was starting to pull away, and now Wirt's gone on this run to try and make this a game going into halftime after Tug Valley's controlled most of the first half.
And here comes senior Brooke Spalding checking into the ball game for the first time.
Get her out there for Hind, who goes to the bench. As now far side, Nicholas gives it over. Hatcher in the left corner, puts it up. It was partially blocked, gets it back. Too strong on the putback as it's knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Tug.
Tug Valley has to get better at when the shot goes up, you got to find the body and box out and then proceed to rebound the basketball.
Inbounded Hatcher gets a clean look for a three online, but too strong. As rebound tipped out of bounds. I'm going to say last touch by Dawson of Wirt County.
Here comes Hind back into the ball game.
Looks like Coach Hooten doing some defense for offense subbing here. That'll send Spalding back over to the bench here with 34.9 left in the half. Wirt County going full court pressure now. Trying to see if they can maybe get another look before the end of this half. Into the middle, they give it over to DeBoard. Now to the corner, Hine stops, pops the three, but that one too strong. Rebound tipped into the corner, and Nicholas controls it. Now will Wirt County get the final look of the half. 15 seconds left. Dawson inside. What a catch by Hatcher. Had to throw it up, though, or else she was going to travel with it. Now long up ahead for Hine. Hine with the left hand. What control? Count it, and the foul.
Great pass by Bailey Hall there in transition, and what a left-hand finish by Gracie Hine.
I don't know how she kept control of that on the way up with so much momentum taking her underneath. But Hine with a big chance for a three-point play now to try and close out this half. And she's able to get it. 5 seconds left. They inbound it to Dawson. She races up with two, with one. Not going to get a shot off. And that'll do it for the first half as Tug Valley leads Wirt County here at the half. As we will be back after this break with some stats and analysis here from Tug Valley High School as you are watching girls high school basketball action in the Region 4 Co-Championship on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, to the Western Auto Halftime Show. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans here, along with J.J. Pruitt, our engineer. As you see the score here at halftime of this Region 4 Co-Championship, Tug Valley leading it 28-17. And again, both teams are fighting for momentum at the end of the half there, Coach. Three-point play by Gracie Hine gets this back to a double-digit lead. But if you're both coaches in the locker room, you're definitely having a conversation about what you could have done better in the first half. If you're Wirt, whether it's knocking down open shots that they have from three-point land, or maybe not attacking enough for Tug Valley, maybe not moving their feet as much on defense, getting themselves in foul trouble a little bit, and they've had their own issues shooting here tonight. But there's a lot both sides can be happy with, but I'd say a lot they really want to see improve here in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, I think Wirt County, if you capitalize on a few of those open threes that you miss, and definitely you're going to have to shoot a higher percentage from the free throw line if you're going to, put yourself in the ball game. But Tug Valley, I think, it benefits them playing at a faster pace. That's the way they want to play. But, when team fouls start to stack up in a quarter, you got to be able to be smart and play a little bit conservative down the stretch and don't give Wirt County those opportunities at the free throw line.
Yeah, because Wirt County had quite a few chances in the first half to cut into this lead, but only 2 of 8 from the free throw line. Tug Valley on the other side, though, 5 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half. But I'm like you, if you're Coach Uten down there, you're just talking about discipline a little bit more going into this second half, because they've been able to outplay Wirt so far in the first half, even if it doesn't totally show on the scoreboard right now. Again, it's an 11-point lead, so that's a great lead right now. But we all know that 11 points can disappear in a blink of an eye. So I'm like you, if Coach Uten's in the locker room, he's probably talking about discipline with a lot of his older players.
Yeah, definitely going to be leaning on these, 2 seniors and Haven Deskins and Bailey Hall to kind of, get the troops together and tighten up for the second half.
All right, well, we're about 2 minutes away from the start of quarter number 3 to see who moves on to Charleston and the state tournament next week. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Region 4 Co-Championship here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, here on the D&D Sports Network. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt here. And I'd like to thank Hope Gas as they congratulate the teams for making it to the state championship. Learn more about Hope's community efforts by following them on Instagram. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Hope Gas. And also a message from the WVSSAC, the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletics, which enrich the educational experience of all participants. Play, perform, compete together. And again, the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. As we start quarter number 3 here from Tug Valley High School. Wirt County will have the ball to start things out, and immediately a tip pass knocked away. It was good defense by Deskins to get that deflection. Now they'll Inbound deep this time for Casanelli. And you do kind of feel like Wirt's going to have to cash in on some of these outside looks if they get them here in this quarter to try and close this gap. You feel like they can't be down by double digits going into the fourth. Is that three going to be short from Nicholas? Rebound fought for as Dawson nearly ripped it away from Hall, and now we're going to get a tie-up, and that'll give it to Tug Valley.
Jump ball, position 2, Tug Valley.
Tug Valley staying in the zone defense, so if you're Wirt County, you know the open looks are going to come, and you definitely have to make the most of some of those looks in this third quarter.
Yeah, because they've been daring Wirt to try and beat them from the outside here tonight, and Wirt's not been able to respond again. They've hit 3 threes, but it's not been nearly enough for what looks they've been able to get this evening. Stein will give it over into the corner, almost taken away, but good control by Richardson. She'll give it back to Hind. A lot of traffic in that area, and now pass is stolen away. Nicholas able to get it off the deflection. Now she's being ridden up the floor by Deskins. Able to get it up ahead. They lob it inside for McCown. McCown tries to pivot to the inside, but has it knocked away, and we get another jump ball.
Jump ball, possession 2, Wirt County.
I think Wirt County was able to get the timeout.
Oh, yeah, they do. They give them a 30-second timeout off of that. Coach Uden wanting an explanation. And now they will take.
The timeout occurred before the
So
jump
we're now
ball.
just getting the explanation. They do say that it was a timeout before the jump ball. And we were talking about it at halftime, Coach. I said, are those like throwback uniforms the Tug Valley cheerleaders have on tonight? And they sure look like it. You know, those look like 1990s, 1980s outfits here tonight. We thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to school here from 14 through 18. I definitely didn't see them then, so I'd say it's before even that.
I was going to say, I graduated 02, so I can't really remember back that far now. But so I said, people are like, you don't, I was like, I don't remember what I ate yesterday. What do you I'm 42, I can't remember anything. The inbound, that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. That's Nicholas' pass. Couldn't quite find Dawson. You see a lot of deflections here in the first minute from Tug Valley, really putting a bigger emphasis on trying to get hands in the passing lane. They'll lob it into the middle. Hall tries to turn the corner, able to get there, and she'll put it high up and in.
Basket of the Lone Tigers, number 12, Simone Hall.
Simone Hall gets her 4th point of the game, and the lead down to 9 now. Again, Tug Valley's been able to keep Wirt County at arm's distance most of the evening. They go inside, good look, but Richardson never quite got it clean as Hall able to get the rebound and puts it in.
Bailey Hall cleaning up the glass, what she does best.
So back to an 11-point lead now for Tug Valley. Nicholas into the middle, pass thrown away. As good job there by Deskins getting in the passing lane. She'll look up ahead for Bailey Hall, drives in left side, draws the contact, and she'll go to the line.
Tug Valley has had multiple plays tonight where they've done a good job throwing the ball ahead in transition or on the fast break and either getting to the line or converting two.
Bailey Hall shooting 2 shots.
And she sets up at the free throw line, able to knock down the first. Again, Tug Valley was 6 of 6 until that miss. I waited until after I saw it go up. So that's not on me, folks. I let the ball have a chance first. But it's now a 12-point lead for Tug Valley. It's out front, Casanelli, good look from the top of the key, but that one off to the left and taken by Tug. And the three-pointers just not falling for the Lady Tigers. As Hall, good look over to Hind, puts it up and gets the roll in. Hind now leads the way with 9 points for Tug Valley, and that's going to lead to a timeout by Wirt with 5:33 left here in the third quarter. Back after this as you're watching the Region 4 Co-Championship here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601. and reach us Monday through Friday.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Tug Valley has taken a 14-point lead here in the early stages of the third quarter. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt here with you. And another steal as Hine, playing through that left leg injury, able to pick up another steal. Kicks it over far side to Richardson. She'll take it baseline, back out to Hine. Sets her feet for a three, but that one off to the side. Rebound taken underneath. They kick it back out to Hine. She thought about it. The freshman drives in, has it poked away, goes diving for it, but she's going to fall out of bounds with the ball.
Hine probably could have let that one go. I think that might have been off Wirt County.
Yeah, it was one of those, it was close as to who deflected it last, and sometimes you just get lost on who had it last, and we saw that, I think, the other night over in Chapmanville. So there's a ball that was clearly out on the opponent, and Chapmanville ended up touching it just as it was going out of bounds, just not quite sure who it was off of. It's Dawson, nice take on the left baseline, and she hits a floater. Yeah, she's not been able to get going much tonight, Coach. Again, she's their leading scorer with 16.2 per game. That's only her 5th point. She hit the first 3 of the game for Wirt's, been shut out since then. Ball gives it back to the board, and again now Tug Valley has the luxury of time. Again, it's on their side. About 12 and a half minutes altogether left in this game.
Wirt County's went to a little triangle and 2, and the triangle 2's on Hine and Deskins. Coach Hooten doing something I definitely would recommend, and kind of just loading up those 2 players on one side and kind of just, letting those 2 defenders stay to the right side and then utilizing the left.
The third on the count, and yeah, like you said there too. I mean, the fact that they weren't coming out and pressuring, Tug was able to pull them out, try and get them out of that defense, and they can do that now with this 12-point lead. Again, Wirt's going to have to play catch-up, and Tug Valley knows that, so they're going to try and hold on to it and bleed the clock as much as they can. The board unable to hit on either attempt. So after they hit their first 6 tonight, Tug's missed their last 3 from the line. Dawson gives it out front, but getting her hands in is the board. That one tipped away, still loose, right at midcourt, and going to get a travel now. I was trying to roll over on that was Hall, and they call her for the turnover.
Now we have an injured Wirt County player.
Yeah, Hatcher looks like she maybe took a shot to the face that time.
Traveling violation position to Wirt County. Checking in for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, she's getting checked on over at the bench right now, see if she's bleeding at all by the training staff. Yeah, that was a frenetic play on both sides. And it looks like Hatcher took the worst of it. Now these possessions looming larger and larger for Wirt County. Again, if they're going to get some offense going, they've got to start here soon. And once again, the board gets her hands in and another tie-up force. Again, this defense is just suffocating whenever it wants to be, Coach, and there's just not a lot you can do with this Tug Valley defense.
Like I mentioned earlier, that's Tug Valley basketball, boys or girls. You're going to get a bunch of kids that's going to play hard and defend and compete to the very end.
And that's what you love about a culture of a school or culture of a team, that it just bleeds down to everybody, whether it's middle school, high school, boys, girls team. It's great to have that entire culture there together of knowing what you want to do as a team. Now Tug Valley will get it off of the out of bounds after that miss from Wirt. And Wirt here in the third quarter, only 4 points. Tug Valley only 5 so far. 33-21, Tug Valley leads it. It's almost a double dribble up top as Richardson's pass tipped away. She's able to save it to the board. Board gets inside, charges Hardaway. Wow, how did she split those defenders?
I'm not sure you could have fit a piece of paper between those two guys, but she may do.
Oh, well, I was like, man, she just kind of turned to the side and disappeared like a credit card there for a second. And able to get through that. If that had been me, I'd have ran over half the gym. That one tipped out of bounds, and that's going to be another turnover on Wirt. Now Hind back into the game. 3:05 to go here in the third. Can Tug Valley land a knockout punch here this quarter? And you feel like if it's 15 or above going into the fourth, there's not going to be a whole lot of daylight left for Wirt at that point, as that one put on the rim, but falls off for Hall, and rebound taken by Wirt. Cassinelli getting ridden like a horse up the floor by the board, and they finally called the board for the foul.
Foul whistle on the Lady Panthers, number 21, Kylie Gaylord. That's her second personal, team foul, number 1.
That's just 2 on the board now. 2:45 left here in the third. Cassinelli will give it over far side. Dawson able to get the baseline, finds a crease, and she'll go up and lay it in.
Nice take there, and they was kind of able just to clear out the whole left side and let her go to work.
7 points for her now. 12-point lead for Tug Valley as high lob pass into the middle for Hall. Back out to board. She'll fire a 3 and buries it. The board now leads the way with 12 points for Tug Valley. And she had 5 points and 4 steals in the win over Calhoun. Again, they defeated them 66-24 to get here. Wirt defeated Man 51-11 in the semis, as now we get a push and a foul here on Hind.
Here comes Caitlin Richardson off the Tug Valley bench, ready to get Hind out of the game.
And you see Coach Hooten, he's really just kind of relied on 6 players here tonight. Again, Spalding got in briefly, but that's what happens come tournament time. That bench gets a lot shorter. And normally you see coaches kind of go between 7, 8 at most.
What an effort by D-board here.
Wow,
she's all over it.
She's been absolutely tenacious on defense this quarter. Cassinelli tries to get inside. Guess who's there again? Yeah, we both noticed that one, Coach. Again, she got right back up and right back into the play and causes the turnover.
A lot of heart in that kid tonight.
And I said, knowing you and knowing most coaches, I said, normally your best defender is your best friend on the team, and there's a huge 3 from the left side by Richardson.
Richardson able to stretch the floor there for the Panthers.
That's the 4th 3 of the night for Tug Valley, and the lead now has swelled to 18, closing in on a minute left in the third. Into the corner, Nichols, long jumper won't go. Rebound comes out to Hall. Here she comes up the left side, charging in, able to sidestep a defender, and she'll lay it in.
Tug Valley has been able to pour on the points this quarter. All momentum going in the direction of the Tug Valley Panthers right now.
It is a 20-point lead now with 40 seconds left here in the third. As Nichols gives it off to Cassinelli. Cassinelli gets a screen. Again, you're starting to see some tired legs out there from Wirt as well. As Dawson into the corner with 25 seconds left. She ran right into a trap. And we get another tie-up call. Again, defense like this, Coach, it just wears you down, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah, it's constantly coming at you. And, in the first half, Tug Valley, tried to play this way and got in some early foul trouble. But this quarter, with only 2 team fouls, they've been able to play the game the way they like to play it.
And Wirt trying to apply pressure. They're in desperation mode here as Richardson drives in. And a charge going to be called on Richardson, and they wipe out the basket.
Nice left-handed finish, but you got to be able to read that defender a little bit sooner, maybe make a pass over to Hall there.
Richardson didn't agree with the call, but she'll head back on defense nonetheless, and still the Tug Valley fans not happy with the call either.
This is the loudest I've heard this crowd all night long. That's what March is all about, man.
That's what you love about Naugatuck, man. They will let you know if they're in favor or not. Now Tug Valley looks to apply some pressure here with 18.2 seconds left in the third.
Foul given to the Lady Panthers, number 00, Bailey Hall.
They Get it into Hatcher, up ahead, knocked away by Hine. Hine goes crashing to the ground trying to get it, and out of bounds off of her, it appears, but once again, another great defensive effort. Coach Hooten's still unhappy about something over here.
Interesting call. I noticed the announcer talking about the Richardson drive. I thought the call was a charge on Richardson. They're saying, I guess, some kind of illegal screen on Bailey Hall on that. Not sure if, Tug Valley PA announcer got that mixed up or not, but.
Yeah, definitely a change from what we thought the call was as we get a whistle. And going to be a foul on Wirt here with 2 seconds left.
But not a bad foul there. I mean, 2 seconds left. You kind of make them run a baseline out of bounds play here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Again, you kind of force them to just put one up quick here as they try to get Hall into the game for McCown. That's going to be actually the 4th foul on McCown.
Actually, considering that, maybe not the best foul.
Just not the person you wanted to commit the foul.
Exactly.
2 seconds left. They get it into the board. Step back 3. That one's short, but Tug Valley has broken this game open, and they lead it by 18 and are 8 minutes away from the Charleston Civic Center. We'll be back after this as you're watching Region 4 Co-Championship on the D&D Sports Network.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby,
Float.
it's a rock and roll
Hop,
music. I said I
spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Today's athletic event is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting others, or criticizing the athletes, coaches, or officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and competing with class. Please keep it positive and bench bad behavior. Again, brought to you by the SSAC. This ball knocked loose in the corner. Going to be last touched by Wirt County. And again, that surge near the end of the third quarter, Coach, really has opened this up. And now if you're Tug Valley, you just don't want to have a lapse here to allow Wirt to try and get back into it.
Well, and this has been my philosophy always. And here comes Uden with the timeout. But even when you get a big lead, and especially during tournament time, you got to keep playing the game. Don't get into this thing where you're trying to stall ball. Just keep playing. Stay in the flow of the game, and it'll pay dividends.
Yeah, I actually have a follow-up question on that here in a second. Again, we wanted to thank our sponsors as well tonight, 304 Motorsports, Western Auto, and Tara Baby T Sexton for House of Delegates coming up this year. Well, again, Coach, talking about that just a second ago, and in tournament games like this, it's hard even as a coach to not get tensed up and want to play a little bit safe in those spots. I mean, I did it coaching tennis in the state tournament. Sometimes you would feel that. I know you felt it. So is it harder in those situations to try and trust your process or to just try and take control of the game yourself as a coach?
It definitely, you definitely want to kind of, with that kind of pressure, and just like Coach Hooten there, you call a timeout, you want to get a good shot, but a lot of times you just got to trust the process, trust your players, and just keep playing your game. Nice block by Katie Hall. And Katie Hall is one kid that's always going to play with some emotion. She had a little flex up there after the block shot.
And she rolled the shoulders and everything.
Yeah. one of my all-time favorites.
And that's what I said. The competitors are the ones that you love the most. And I said she's definitely competed hard here tonight. Again, 5 points for her, but she's had such an impact on the defensive side. That shot won't fall for Simone Hall. Now here comes the board. Lobs it up ahead. Turn in the lane by Katie Hall. Tries to go up as Nichols got a hand in, and they're going to call her for a foul.
Foul was on the Lady Tigers, number 4.
Again, not certain of what is going on in the Gilmer County contest right now on the other side of this bracket, but you'd imagine that Gilmer, the favorite, likely to get the state tournament too. And this is going to be a loaded state tournament coming up as that three knocked down straight on by Deskins.
In this second half, Tug Valley's been able to convert on some open three-point shots while Wirt, still struggling from beyond the arc.
And they haven't knocked one down in the second half as Wirt from the outside, and they won't here either. It's up ahead, driving in, a lot of contact, what a control bucket by Hall, and she lets Nichols know about it after she gets it put in and the foul.
All I could do was watch Katie Hall there because I knew the emotion was going to come.
Whistle on the Lady Panthers, correction on the Lady Tigers, number 4.
Yeah, these games, I said, they're so heavy with emotion, knowing what's at stake. And Katie Hall with another big bucket as they have nearly doubled up Wirt County here tonight. Hall's free throw, that one off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Hall underneath. Here comes Hatcher into the front court, 6:25 to play. Over foot on the line, and that one will go down for Nichols, so just a 2 for her.
I was about to say there's your first 3 of the half, but foot on the line there on the attempt.
And it's been that type of night for Wirt County, feels like, from the field. Again, they've scored 10 here in the second half, but like we said, they've had a lot of looks from the outside, just haven't been able to get anything going, but what a look.
Nice play call there from Coach Hooten, a lob over top of Richardson.
A terrific pass in order to find the cutting Richardson that time for that lay-in. Inside Hatcher can't make the grab as Hall comes away with a steal. Gets it ahead, now looking for Richardson. Nice grab, can't put it in with the left hand though, and they're going to get a foul on Hall on the backside.
Foul was on the Lady Panthers, number 3, Katie Hall, her 4th
That's going to be
personal
4 on
team
her
foul,
now.
number 1. Checking in for Wirt County.
The count will check back in with those 4 fouls, and here comes Gracie Hind in as well. And you can see Katie Hall, she didn't want to come out of this game, but even she knows she's got the 4, she's got to sit for a little bit.
No, the competitor in her, she don't ever want to come off the floor.
No, it is. It was always hard whenever you did get pulled out because of foul trouble. Now that rebound taken away. What a dribble up the floor by Deskins, feeds it underneath, and that one deflected away and out of bounds. We got 5:26 remaining here before Tug Valley can write their ticket back to the Charleston Civic Center. That's Hind. Gets it out front for Richardson. Back over to Hind. Here's the board, nice cut inside by her, puts her body into a defender, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Hall, and she'll get a jump ball called, and it'll stay with Tug.
I've seen that called twice tonight, and that's the right call. A lot of people don't agree with that, but you go to block a shot and they don't leave the offensive player's hands, that's going to be a jump ball every time.
Yeah, I think that's a reward for the defender making a good play there, too. It's Richardson trying to get it in, lobs it in for Hall. She'll get it back into the middle. Now skips it over into the left corner. The board for a 3, rattles in and out. The rebound comes down to Hatcher. Nice dribble ahead by her as she drives in right side, and she'll be hammered underneath as she goes down hard and hit her head underneath. Thankfully, she gets up. But boy, she's taken 2 hard hits here tonight.
Yeah, you don't like to see that, but I do think Deskins makes a play on the ball there.
Yeah, she was going after the ball. It was just an unfortunate fall by Hatcher, and she really didn't have a way of bracing herself. Thankfully, part of her head caught that cushion underneath the basket. Or else that could have been way worse. Now she'll go to the free throw line.
I've had younger kids ask me in the past, why is that padding there? That's a good example of what the use of that is for.
Absolutely. Again, you wonder why? There's why. Again, whether you're coming full speed ahead or falling like Hatcher just did, I said it's good to have something there to try and break your momentum. Hatcher gets 1 of 2 with Richardson grabbing the board. She'll push up the left side, over into the corner. Hine, good footwork, stay in bounds. She'll take the jumper from the corner. That one off the mark as Nichols gets the rebound. Nichols gives it over. Dawson thought about a deep 3, instead will drive inside, draws contact, throws it up, but can't get it to go. Rebound put back, and this time she'll be fouled.
This one on Lady Panthers, number 14, Caitlin Richardson. That's her second personal, team foul number 3.
You know, you like to think if you're Wirt County, you know, after, especially if you can make this second free throw attempt, you're going to have to start to throw some full court pressure, and you know, you're running out of time.
Yeah, I'm like you. There's just not a lot of time left, and with the deficit being what it is right now, it would take close to a cataclysmic collapse here by Tug Valley. But with 4:37 left, we have seen weirder things. Dawson able to hit on the second. She's got 8 now for the evening.
Here comes that full court pressure. Well, thought about it, now they drop back out of it.
Yeah, I just don't know if Wirt has the energy left at this point. It's like I said, they just seem kind of gassed from the defense and the pace that Tug Valley's played with.
Traveling violation, position 2, Wirt County.
I do think, you know, the way Tug Valley likes to play, it's always an advantage late because, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're probably a little bit more in shape than their opponent.
It is. That's one of the biggest things we've heard over the years. You know, you condition, you get yourself ready for things like this because you get stronger as the game's going along and they start to wear down. There's a travel there off the rebound by Hall. We'll keep it here with Wirt County.
Traveling violation, possession 2, Wirt County.
50-29, Tug Valley in control. Back into the corner, and once again another foul. So again, things getting kind of sloppy defensively on both ends here. A lot of reach-in fouls, a lot of running into defender fouls here.
Personal, team foul number 4.
That's the 3rd on the board and the 4th team foul against Tug Valley. Top with Key Hatcher. She gets a clean look, knocks it down, but an offensive foul going to be called as well in the process. Let's see if they count the 3. I think the 3 will probably count.
I do think in this scenario that the basket counts, but it's going to be a foul against that player and also the team.
The officials do count the bucket. Again, it was nearly through the rim whenever the foul occurred. And Hall gets her 4th personal. And like I said, you're seeing a lot of chippiness now on both sides. As a full timeout called here by Wirt County. We'll step aside as well and be back after this as you're watching the Region 4 Co-Championship on the D&D Sports Network.
Smokey Armstrong with United Motorsports in Danville. Stop in today and check out the great deals on Can-Am, side-by-sides, and ATVs. And let the good times roll on a new Kawasaki plus promo financing available now. And savings up to $7,500 on selected units. Right now, get limited time offers on new Yamaha motorcycles. We've got new, pre-owned. We have parts, service, and financing to get you approved. United Motorsports in Danville, West Virginia.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
4:02 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Tug Valley on the verge of a return trip to the state tournament. Chris Kidd, Andrew Evans, J.J. Pruitt, Bradley Dameron all here this evening. There's a bit of a false inbounds there by Tug Valley before they were ready to go back to action a moment ago. Now they get it into the board. She's able to cross the timeline easily here. 3:55 and counting, and an 18-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Now good defense. Dawson able to knock it away. She'll look up ahead for Nicholas. She stops, tries to backpedal, gives it back to Dawson. Floater on the way, too strong, and rebounded by Hall underneath.
Time is definitely your friend here for Tug Valley, but like I said, just keep playing your game. Play in the flow. Nice pass by Deskin, and one from Bailey Hall.
Wow, what a look again.
Those two girls have played a lot of basketball together. A lot of basketball for me. telling Coach Newton earlier, it's hard for me to really think about those two girls are seniors. It don't seem like too long ago I had them down at Lenore Middle.
And it is. It's so difficult because, you see them grow up from, 5th, 6th grade on, and then you see them here in high school as well. Like, I coached middle school and high school tennis, so I had them for 6, 7 years sometimes. So it's very difficult whenever you see them leave, but you love seeing the type of people they become as they come through the program. And now that's going to be the 5th foul on Peyton McCown, so she is fouled out of this game. And she really didn't play a whole lot tonight here, Coach. Again, she picked up 2 fouls early in the first, picked up 2 more in the third, and now she fouls out here midway through the 4th.
At the line to play, Panthers number
That'll send Hall to the free throw line. Both teams are going to be in the penalty the last 3:26 of this game, as it's gotten really chippy and really physical down there.
And, I don't think that's any ill will from either team. Just, when it's win or go home, emotions run high, and, neither team wants their season to end.
And again, all of that time, all of those practices, all the traveling, it's hard whenever you feel like it's coming to an end. And right now, Wirt has about 3:19 left in their season. As Hatcher will swing it over now. Back out front, nobody home as Hall tries to chase it down, able to save it, but the board there gives it back, rushing in on the right side, too strong on the layup. Hall gets it back, tries to put it up, won't fall. Now Bailey Hall will give it a try, and she'll be fouled.
Foul whistle to the
this foul on Casanelli.
That's her first personal. At the line for the Lady Panthers, number 00, Bailey Hall, shooting 2 shots.
Hall just to the free throw line a moment ago, can't convert on the first. As tonight, she's 3 of 6 overall from the free throw line. 11 points overall for Hall. Make it 12 if she hits the second. 55-32 as we go under 3 minutes to play here in the 4th. And Hatcher looking around. Like we said, this was still a game that was up in the air about midway through the 3rd quarter, and then the dam just finally broke. And Tug Valley was able to break this game open and haven't looked back since then. Hatcher gets it to the top of the key. Nicholas had a foot on the line again. This time it won't fall as Hall trying to rip the ball away from everybody on Wirt County's roster, and finally does. Deskins will give it over to Richardson.
What a finish by Caitlin Richardson.
It looked like it just fell out of her hands almost as she threw it up, and it just went to the right spot.
Well, you can see her grinning too. I'm not sure she meant to do that, but nonetheless, she'll take the bucket.
She did. She just gave him a Jordan look almost to the bench. She just gave a shrug like, I don't know what happened. When it's going your way, it's going your way. Here in this second half, it's been all Tug Valley as that free throw going to be short, but it comes right back to Richardson off the tip. She'll bring it back out over to the board as now Coach Hooten starting to bring some subs over as Deskin's 3 won't fall. Rebound tipped around and finally taken by Wirt. So here they come, closing in on 2 minutes left as Nicholas too strong on the runner. Rebound taken back. Here comes Tug again to board. Another nice take, and she'll draw the whistle.
Nice Euro step move there by the board.
Foul whistled on the Lady Tigers, number 34, Riley Hall. That's her first personal at the line for the Lady Panthers, number 21, Kylie DeBoard, shooting 2 shots.
Well, Coach, going in now, again, Tug Valley going to make the trip back to Charleston. And where do you think the seating will have them? Again, we'll know pretty quick after the games tonight, probably around 10 o'clock or so. But where do you think this Tug Valley team's going to fall in the bracket?
You kind of figure Gilmer's probably the 1 seed, but I don't look for Tug Valley to be anything lower than a 3, but I would expect them to be a 2.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, they've got to be somewhere probably in that 2 to 3 range, which keeps them away from Gilmer County.
Right. You want to see them. They owe Gilmer County one. You want to see those girls in the championship game, and I think they're ready, man.
And again, we saw them earlier this year on D&D Sports Game. They've got some big girls on the inside. that make life difficult, but again, this Tug Valley defense will make life difficult on anybody. Wow, nice take here by Hatcher, but gets stuffed at the rim by Hall, or Richardson rather, with that stuff. She'll come across the timeline with 1.5 minutes to go. Over to the left side, couple of fakes that time, but unable to get the shot off as Messer. They'll go inside, that shot off the mark and taken by Hatcher. Tried to look up ahead for Nicholas. Now they finally get it to her, but a little too late as she'll bring it back. Over to Dawson. She'll fire a 3 up, and that one will fall.
For the Lady Tigers, 3-point basket by number 2, Pregame Dawson.
She's had a solid second half now with 11 points. It's 59-35. Nice fake by Hind as she got inside but couldn't finish, and now the ball comes back up ahead to Dawson. She'll bounce it inside. Nice deflection by Spalding as she gets it away. And again, like we said, Tug Valley will find out their seeding later on tonight, and likely their first opponent at the Charleston Civic Center next week. And the boys take to the floor tomorrow here at Tug Valley as well in their first matchup. Again, 2 wins and they're in to the state tournament. As another foul called here. We put Wirt County back at the free throw line.
Foul whistle to the Lady Panthers, number 31, Gracie Hind. Her second personal.
Coach Uten doing a good job getting all these girls in. You know, you only get so many regional championships, and some teams never get one. So good experience for these girls to, even if it is just for few seconds, step on the floor.
Number 24, Lily Mintz. Number 20.
Well, this was known back in the day as Chris Kidd's time to shine. This was my time to show up.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you.
I did. He's like, well, why'd you coach? I was like, well, I was on the bench most of the time, so I got to hear the coaches talk. I just kind of picked up on it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I was.
But they despised me getting into the game because they knew I wasn't going to run the offense. I was just going to shoot.
Man, I think, man, you lived the same career because I was letting it fly.
I did. I told Coach Hart, I said, look, you know it and I know it. I'm not getting in at any significant moment. Let me cook. Up at Spalding, unhappy as that one went off her hands and out of bounds. Now just 33 ticks left here in the fourth quarter.
I tell my younger kids all the time, I shot 100% in the state tournament from 3.
Hey, that's all they need to know.
That's all they need to know.
Like my brother.
1 for 1.
My brother averaged 15 yards a carry in high school, but that's only because he got a face mask called. And so he goes around telling everybody he averaged 15 yards a carry. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty impressive. So that's why I said it's not a lie.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it looks like we're going to get 2 more free throws here as we're down to 19.9 seconds to go.
I can see number 20 down there, Lauren White, checked in the game. That's another one of my former players. And I just want to say before we get off here, I'm proud of these girls, and I've watched them all grow as players. But like you mentioned earlier, I've had enjoyment watching them grow up as, people. They're a great group of kids, and I'm excited to see what they do next week in Charleston.
It is. It's rewarding from top in high school to middle school to when they started in Buddy League. And this is a great culmination of all that hard work, getting a chance to play on the biggest stage in West Virginia. Wirt County will inbound, and we'll run down the final 14.9 seconds. As over to Dawson, she'll pop a long 3. That one's short. Rebounded by Hall, loose in the air, taken away by Tug Valley. As Mindy Diemel has it, gets it up ahead, and that will do it. As the Lady Panthers return to the state tournament and now try to see if they can overcome that tough field in Charleston next week. Again, Coach, here tonight, like you said, great performance by the girls. They maybe didn't shoot the ball as well as they wanted to here tonight, but Coach Uten definitely has to be satisfied with the defense and how they set up a lot of opportunities to score.
Absolutely. They competed for 4 quarters, and at the end of the day, come March, that's all you can ask for. Come ready to play, come ready to compete.
It's time now for our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Player of the Game here this evening. Coach, we both talked about it, and we both felt like, again, it was tough to figure out because there were so many key contributors tonight, but Katie DeBoer, ended up with 14 points, led the way tonight, but also her defense was just off the charts here this evening, we both felt.
Yeah, Kylie Deboard, she put together a well-rounded game, impacted the game on both sides of the floor, so I think it's definitely deserving for her to receive player of the game.
And we appreciate and congratulate Kylie on her great game here this evening. Again, we're here on the White Eye Care Postgame show. And let's go ahead and run through the final scoring on both sides, as Wirt County was led by Dawson with 11 points, Casanelli and Hatcher each with 6, Nicholas, McCown, and Hall with 4 points each, and Riley Hall finishes with 2 points. For Tug Valley, as we said, the board with 14, Bailey Hall with 12, Gracie Hine finishes with 9, Haven Deskins with 8, Katie Hall with 7, and Caitlin Richardson with 9. Just unbelievable balanced scoring here tonight by the Lady Panthers. And now they're taking the picture down on the floor that you'll see in the program next week at the Charleston Civic Center. And just an exciting time knowing where you're about to go, knowing that your fans are going to be there, your community's going to be there. And this is one community that is fully behind their Lady Panthers and their Boy Panthers once they get to Charleston. And it's going to be another raucous crowd for Tug Valley.
Tug Valley definitely shows up at the Civic Center. I'm excited to see our community travel, and you know, these girls deserve to see Tug Valley travel for them and watch them, you know, chase this state title.
It's going to be a fun trip to see how things go in the Class A field over at the Charleston Civic Center next week. And we want to congratulate Wirt County on a great season, closing out at 13-11. Tug Valley enters the state tournament at 19-4 and looking to take it one game further than they did last year as they look to try and get their first state championship since 2021. Well, as they prepare to cut the nets down, we'll say goodbye here tonight from Naugatuck, West Virginia. I want to thank all of our sponsors again here this evening. Thank Bradley Dameron down on the floor getting interviews for us. J.J. Pruitt, our engineer. I want to thank Andrew Evans, our color man right next to me. And I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight here from Tug Valley High School as you've been watching the Region 4 Co-Championship on the D&D Sports Network.